we are going to suffer. We have problems, no. So we are Manchester United. We I feel a good connection, a good bond with the players, and this big man, not again, fam, not again. Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to FBTV. You already know what time it is. We are back with a brand new video. And yes, we are here with a reaction to the pre-match press conference versus West Ham, the preseason game that we have later on today, actually, because this is a late night video for you guys. Now, before we get into the video, for anyone that's new, don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, hit the bell notification. When you hit the bell, make sure you click all. Lets you know when I'm live next or when I drop any new content, such as this. So without further ado, let's just get stuck straight into this. Now, I was scrolling on Facebook earlier on, and I came across Fabrizio Romano posting out, "We are going to suffer," and a Reuben Amorim picture. And I was like, whoa, not again. Not again. He did this. I'm pretty sure it was in his first interview at Man United talking about we're going to suffer. Now, when he said this first time round, I was like, yeah, actually, Reuben Amorim, you're right, actually. We are going to suffer. We do need to suffer because the players that we have lack quality. So, yes, we may suffer. But then as the season played out, a lot of that suffering was, yes, down to the players as well, but also a lot of that was self-inflicted from Reuben himself, some of that suffering. So now I'm hearing suffering again. I'm looking at it very different to the first time I heard it. I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, not again. This is I don't know if this is damage control or whatever. I don't know if this is something psychological, but this stuff doesn't get past me. I'm not your average fan. I'm not one of them overseas fans that just buying all the merch and all it. Even though I've got merch on, but yeah, we look at everything. We look at everything here. We look at all the details here. But we're just going to cover a few points in regards to the interview that happened. But it was mainly just to talk about him saying that we're going to suffer again. Like we suffered last season and finished 15th, and that was a bad season. Trust me, I watched all those games. We were there throughout. We're going to be paying close attention to the preseason games as well. So it started off. So Matheus Cunha was also in the interview as well. Had a few things to say. I wasn't paying too much attention to what Matheus Cunha was saying. Honestly, I'll just be paying attention to his feet. I don't care what comes out of Matheus Cunha's mouth. Honestly, genuinely, I'll just be watching his performances. But yeah, so Reuben Amorim, he said he was happy with the squad going forward into the upcoming season, which I find quite scary, because I don't feel like we should be happy with this squad. We need midfielders, to be honest with you. Go and get me Ayo Tanaka. I will be tapping him up when I go up to Thorpe Arch. So yeah, so he said he was happy with the squad. So if he's happy with the squad, and we've got one game a week this season, the season starts on the 9th of August. So if we've got one game a week and he's happy with the squad, we should see some progression. Now, what actually is progression? Because we're not going to finish 15th again, and I don't think we're going to finish below that. So I mean, I'm not going to recognize 12th as progression. So anything that's going to be better than last season. So no excuses really from Reuben Amorim. He also touched on the fact that we're a better team with Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, which that goes without saying, of course. Hopefully we see those two in the 10. Cunha left 10 and Mbeumo right 10. And someone up front, hopefully it's not Rasmus, even though he did touch on Rasmus, talking about Rasmus's quality, something. I have no idea what he's on about, because he's been eating grass all last season, But yeah, he was also asked about Luke Shaw, touched on Luke Shaw, saying that Luke Shaw's world class. Now I don't know if he needed to go over the top like that. I mean, I know he's backing his players and whatnot, but going that far, over the top to say he's world class is a bit ridiculous. I did say he needs to be fit and that he will have competition for the upcoming season. So yes, I do agree with the fact that he does need to sort out his fitness for sure. And there will be competition for his place. Now, it does look like he's going to be playing left centre back, Luke Shaw, if he will be in the team at all. He was also asked about Bruno being relocated. Now that we have Cunha and Bremo in, obviously last season predominantly played in the 10, did Bruno. Now, those of you who have watched my videos or know about me know that I do not like Bruno in the 10. He is not a 10. He's only a 10 if you don't know football and you just like people who just slap the ball as hard as they can and just stat pad, right? He's not a classic number 10. And the reasons for that, I'll keep it very short and sweet. He can't play in between the lines, can't play with his back to goal, and he has no feet. I'm just going to keep it as simple as that. What's understood doesn't need to be explained, right? What's understood doesn't need to be explained, people. He's not a number 10. Bellingham also is not a number 10. I mean, I'm going off course here, but Bellingham, Bruno, they are not 10s. Stop playing these guys in the 10. Stop it. Right. So he did say he actually liked Bruno in the 10, which again, all these red flags. Honestly, like these are serious red flags, guys. These are serious red flags. And honestly, when I hear my manager talking like this, I don't think he really recovers from this sort of thing, because it's not just about winning games, guys. It's about how you portray, how you see football, and your talent ID, and the sorts of player profiles that you like. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, whilst we've got Slot, who's gone for a Florian Wirtz, that speaks volumes to me. That says that my manager, well, if he was my manager, Slot, he embraces the technical excellence of a Florian Wirtz. But if you're going to talk up Bruno Fernandes in the 10, I'm going to look at you funny, mate. I'm going to side-eye you. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think what the guy who asked, I think it was a woman who asked the question about Bruno being located was, I think they were getting at, is Bruno going to be playing in a double pivot next season? And we didn't quite get that answer. He just said, we'll see. But I think we all know that it's going to be Bruno in the double pivot +1. Yeah? I think we all know that. He'll probably just play in the 10 if Cunha or Mbeumo are not available. But I'm fully expecting to see Bruno in the double pivot, which again, I don't even see him as a double pivot. I just don't like Bruno. I don't rate him. And I wanted to see him out of the football club, to be honest with you. But that's for another video. Also, he also touched on, he said he has a clear idea of how he wants to play and how he wants to coach the team. And he has learned from his mistakes from last season. Okay. That's good to hear. So I'll be able to see stuff then. I didn't see anything against Leeds the other day. They played us off the park for 45 minutes. It's only our first preseason game, but we carried on as we ended last season in that Leeds game. So I kind of already know what I'm gonna see. I already know, but I just need to tune in and see it for myself. But he said he's learned from last season, so maybe he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. Maybe. So let's wait and see. I will be here for the preseason games. Be here for West Ham later on today. It's like 2:30 in the morning right now. But I felt like I had to do this video. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we are going to suffer stuff. Mate, my head went. I do not want to hear that again. We are going to suffer another season of suffering. And you know what it is? This is a psychological thing. And then the Man United fans, they all accept it and say, yeah, give him time and this, that, and the other, and all this rubbish. Uphold the standards. Raise the standards off the floor. Manchester United fans, stop letting this happen. Stop it. Stop accepting this. This is the reason why I've set up this YouTube channel. Because everyone out here has got a voice. Everyone out here has got a voice. And they're all chatting a load of absolute rubbish. Most of your favorite YouTubers. Most of them are. They are. Most of them are chatting rubbish. Most of them are backed. They can't say anything bad about the football club. They can't call it out. But off screen, they'll say something different. I guarantee off screen, they'll say something different. But here we're going to keep it real. On Football Basics FBTV, we're going to keep it real all the way 100. 100%. So he's learned from last season. And I think the last point I wanted to touch on was some Adam McCullough. I think it's from Stretford Paddock, I think it is. Obviously, I know Adam McCullough. Well, I don't know him personally, but I've been watching YouTube a long time. But he asked about Kobbie Mainoo and where we can expect to see him play next season. So again, similar to the Bruno question, are we going to see Kobbie in a 10 or are we going to see him in the double pivot? And it looks like we're going to see Kobbie in the double pivot, which again, red flag. Reuben, do you know how to profile your players properly? Kobbie isn't a number 8. He's not a double pivot player. He grew up idolizing Ronaldinho, brother. He wants to get his foot on the ball. He's a futsal player. Dear me, mate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Reuben, brother. I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. I really am. I really am lost for words in regards to this guy's player profiling and what he's coming out with. But a lot of this is a lot of the answers are politician answers and to appease to the fans and all these types of things. But hopefully during the West Ham game we'll see Mbeumo as well. But I don't want to see Kobbie in a double pivot, to be honest with you. I actually think he's a number 10, but we could do better than Kobbie in the 10. Does that make sense? I think we've got better players in the 10 than Kobbie right now. But he's just not a double pivot player. Go and get me a proper midfielder. Just go and get me a proper one. Go and get me Ao Tanaka. He'll be cheap as chips, mate. Go and steal him from Leeds. Phone call away. An hour. Down the M62. Do you know what I mean? Right here. I'll be tapping. I'll do it for you, but I'll have a word with him if you want. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the whole we are going to suffer stuff. I hope we are not going to suffer. A lot of why we suffered last season, Amorim, was hugely down to you. Yes, I'm going to get at the players lacking quality and all those things, but how we judge a coach is you don't have your players, you don't have great players, but you can get, you know, that extra 15-20% out of those players. You got minus 30% out of all those players, minus. And we nearly finished, what, 17th, something like that? Which is crazy, absolutely crazy. Also bottled the Europa League final as well. And now we've come back talking about we're going to suffer again. We're going to suffer again, brothers. Drop it in the comments on how you feel in regards to that interview that he's just done. I watched it on the official Man United YouTube channel. I had to listen to it for myself. I didn't just go off the screenshot. I was like, no, this can't be right. I had to even check if it was a spoof Fabrizio Romano account. I thought it wasn't. I genuinely thought, nah, bro, this cannot be real. Not again, big man. Not again. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, day one, you touched down and said, oh, we're going to suffer. And we was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. We're going to suffer because the players are not great, but we're gonna work it out. But then I'm watching the whole season and I'm like, bro, this suffering, most of it's down to you, man. Like, what are you doing? Ah, mate, you know, some crazy stuff happened last season, but I've covered that in other videos. But yeah, man, that's pretty much everything. I've covered everything. Guys, if you like the video, please drop a like for me. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you click all when you hit the bell notification because it lets you know when I'm live next or when I drop any new content. So without further ado, I will catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.